Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to play Bruce Banner and the Hulk in Marvel Rivals. In this Ultimate Guide I'll be showing you some very underrated tips and tricks to get the most out of the strongest Avenger. Now, one of the first tips that I recommend is actually going into your settings and changing one of your hero settings on your keyboard or setup here. So for controller it's going to be obviously somewhat similar. So there's going to be under the hero, if you go under Bruce Banner, there's going to be hold to activate Incredible Leap. I want you to turn this off, and the reason is you can just press your space button, you're going to see that little bar building up, and then you're just going to be able to click to hop. Instead of having to hold the space bar down, which can be a lot to remember while you're playing as him, you can actually do this, attack, press your space bar once, and then you can jump away very quickly. So this makes it easy to peel, and that's exactly what you want to be doing as Hulk. So he's actually interesting. He's very similar to Diva from Overwatch, but with a better peel overall. Now, once you get knocked out of your Hulk form, you'll go into puny Banner form, and then you can regain the Hulk ability, and it's pretty quick to turn back into the Hulk. Another thing is the Hulk can actually climb on walls, so this can be good for ambushing, and you can charge your jump on the walls as well. So you do have to jump away from it, but that's just something you'll have to keep in mind. Now, for the Hulk, his really best thing to get in and do is get right in your face, and whenever you feel like you need to get heals, you can just jump right out of there. The Hulk also has some really nice abilities, like he's got a good shield, so you can actually apply this to all your team and it'll block all damage, kind of similar to Magneto's shield, but for every teammate in your area. That's also nice. You can also see everything gets glowed, it has a little red glow whenever you're in melee range, so see I can't actually hit them here. And then now they glow red. That's another setting that's just below the hold to jump, and I recommend having this on so you know who you're able to hit, and it just makes a huge difference. So Hulk also has an ability to be able to stun people, so by using the stun, you can literally just block people from attacking you, and it's nice for defensive purposes. It does have a cooldown around 15 seconds, so that's something to keep in mind. But Hulk's whole game is getting in and getting back out of combat so that you can get your heals. You have to have competent healers, kind of similar to playing with Thor, where you get in, you would distract them, and then you jump out. So that's why the spacebar to jump is super important, because you need to have a good peel game as Hulk. That's just plain and simple the truth. You can also, you see there, be able to get some double kills with your gamma attack there, the clap. So he's good at dealing damage, but you have to get in literally right in their face. So that's where the Hulk's jump is extremely important, and also to have the ability to stick to walls so that you can get away. Also, you can jump up really high as the Hulk. That's another thing. His range is a little bit less whenever you use that jump up high, but the nice thing is you got lots of mobility, and pretty much once you get in, I would recommend pressing space again so that you can do your attacks, get back out, and then jump right your way right back in whenever you get heals. Now, Hulk also has the ability to go into Monster Hulk, which also will deal a bit more damage and knock people around when you attack. That's nice because you can deal a lot of extra damage. And then you also have this attack here where you grab and slam. It's really funny to do this against someone, but the unfortunate part with that is whenever you do your ultimate attack there, you can still get hit. So that's another thing to keep an eye on, because you'll get jumped. Whenever you're doing that, people will typically just start dive bombing you, so that's something to just be mindful of. But your damage is so much higher when you're in this form, so that's something really nice. But again, you're gonna have to watch your movement, because when you're in the Monster Hulk form, it knocks people flying, so that can be a little bit unfortunate if you're trying to, you know, land your shots. As you can see here, I got stuck down here, and that was not ideal. But Hulk's jump is the best mobility in the game. Rocket has some nice mobility with his jetpacks, his boosters, but Hulk really just takes the cake when it comes to mobility. So you got that there, your stun, you got your shield. Hulk's got lots of survivability, but again, it all comes down to having a good peel game, so getting out of there whenever combat is not going your way. Hulk has two extremely powerful team-ups, so one of them being with Wolverine, and this one's fun because Wolverine is great at getting in and dive bombing your tanks because he deals percentage-based damage. So you can initiate the lift, and then whenever you're here, you can get Hulk just to throw you at someone, and then it's going to initiate your attack there, and then you can get in, do your attacks, and be able to take them down. So really good if you got a Wolverine on your team. But even better, one of the best team-ups right now is actually having your Hulk alongside Doctor Strange and Iron Man, because this turns Iron Man into a beast with the Gamma Burst. As you can use with the team up here, whenever you have Iron Man, you can infuse the Maelstrom of Madness from Doctor Strange, or the Armor Overdrive from Iron Man, so that can really buff up your damage. But when we're in Bruce form, You can actually headshot with the gun, so it's best to aim for heads, and it doesn't have any recoil obviously, so that's really nice. It has a huge clip of 25, so if you can hit a bunch of headshots, this gun is pretty lethal. However, if you're just hitting body shots, you can see there it just does peanuts for damage. But headshots is really where this gun shines. And then you also have yourself a grenade, so you can use the grenade actually for some mobility if you wanted to. So that's another nice thing about it. You don't have to use it on the enemies. Another thing, if you're going to turn into the Hulk, you can actually do your grenade here and turn into the Hulk midair. That's kind of like a good movement tech at the start of the game if you want to min-max your speed. But yeah, as for Hulk's team-ups, they're actually very powerful. So even just having Bruce Banner on the field can really buff Iron Man up, because you can see here, that's the normal damage for his attacks. It's pretty good, but whenever you infuse yourself with the Hulk's abilities, you can see it just drains people so much faster. You can literally just shoot them, take them out with that. So you get a huge damage buff as Iron Man, which is huge because he's really good at dealing damage, but also kind of squishy. So being able to take out a target quicker is really great. As well, Doctor Strange. Whenever you build up dark magic as Doctor Strange, you're going to see that you can get this special attack there. The Maelstrom of Madness gets even more damage from him. And what's nice about this is this ability refreshes pretty quickly. And as Doctor Strange, you have to manage your dark magic, because if your dark magic gets too high, you can't be healed. So it's a great way to be able to burst down enemies, especially if you got your ultimate out as Doctor Strange. So Hulk plays great with these two heroes, but now I'll show you off some tips and tricks in real gameplay. So much like Captain America, you got to get in close to be able to deal damage. So whenever people like Iron Fist come here, we just usually win these 1v1s because of the damage output that we got and the survivability. But it's best to have your other tank there like Doctor Strange, who is a great matchup with the Hulk, because whenever you need a peel because your teammates are not healing you, you got someone else there to be able to block some damage. So luckily, whenever you go back into banner form, it's best to kind of stick near the back, near your healers, and just pick away at the enemies, because the more damage you deal, the quicker you'll be getting back into the Hulk form so that you can go Hulk out. So you can see here, we're kind of pushing towards their spawn. Not ideal positioning, but it is what it is. You want to always be protecting the point, though, as a team player. So you can see here, Luna was ulting, and that was a good time to peel. Hulk is all about the peel game, so we had gone into overtime here. We're actually dominating for this first round, but it's all about getting in and getting out. And you're going to hear here a Star-Lord legendary, and that was my cue to get out because he was draining my health quickly. So again, the peel game is important, and also Hulk's got one of the best. Whenever you turn into Mega Hulk, the ultimate there is hilarious. You can just go and smash him. And yeah, you're able to take out opposing Hulks pretty quickly if you're able to get that one off, or really anyone. It's a funny animation either way. But yeah, the thing is, you want to be protecting your team as best you can, because you have that gamma shield there that you can apply to everyone. Also, Hulk is good at diving in and getting rid of Penny's spider bots there, the spider's nest, so that you can help your team set up damage. And the great mobility that Hulk has allows you to get in whenever like, you see Doctor Strange with the Eye of Agamotto there, which is something you want to get in on as much as possible, because the Hulk is an often common team up with Doctor Strange. So yeah, you do have a ranged game. You got all these abilities. It's best to use them. But again, also the Hulk is good at getting out. And you're going to see here, throwing the grenade allows you to give yourself a little bit of a boost and get out of the fights. And that's how I was able to survive here. Typically, you're going to get jumped the moment you turn out of Hulk form. And I wish there was like you jump out of him backwards or something, kind of like Diva. But yeah, I was able to get away and then charge up my ultimate again to be able to go and just Hulk out on this guy here. So yeah, that's the nice thing. Whenever you're in Monster Hulk form, again, you do knock him back. I was just trying to get some health here because I was going down real quickly, but I was actually able to take the enemy out there, the Hulk that was going against me. I got very lucky with healing there and stayed alive. But yeah, that is how to play the Hulk in Marvel Rivals. Hit the subscribe button below if this helped.